Here we go.
The Stairs of the Moon is what they call this place. And you certainly understand why now. The kind of observatory-like tower that sits in the middle of the Shadowwood and is so, surrounded by a spiraling set of stairs that really feel like they might take you all the way up to the moon. However, it actually just takes you a little bit above the highest trees of the Shadow Woods, which is actually pretty impressive because the trees in this old wood grow actually quite high. But it's not really a good time to take in the sights because there are things going on that are, well, spiraling out of control in a way, because you have apparently stumbled into a conflict between various werewolves, or at least between uh, a claim to high throne and Delgros Kreuzer's ambitions to end that claim and to, in fact, claim high throne for himself.
Yep.
The sort of mysterious hunter has turned out to hold quite a few secrets. And even though you haven't yet seen him actually turn into a werewolf,
Yeah.
he is remarkably comfortable around all of the werewolves here, and they seem to know him as well. Unfortunately, they don't seem to think very much of him because actually, as he tried to broker free passage for you to be allowed up to the top of the observatory to talk to Matus, who apparently lays claim to high throne currently. But all you got was a fight with, what is it, like a dozen, 25, close to a dozen werewolves that you managed to put down, however. Unfortunately, there are quite a few more that have started to emerge from the woods around you, and you see them spiraling the uh, the temple, circling the clearing, and those circles coming, kind of shrinking very slowly but surely, and of course too fast for comfort. The last thing we heard last session was that Dalgros picking himself up from the floor where he's been put several times, I think, at this point by the werewolves, and looking out onto the scene, realizing that you're surrounded, outnumbered, and possibly about to be overpowered. And he has claimed that there's only one way out of this, and it ends with him on high throne. And that's where we're going to jump back in. So you are on that last floor, just beneath the observatory at the top of the tower. there's a series of 10-foot high arches that breaks the perimeter of the column, forming a crude monopteron. And as in the temple below, the floor is inlaid with a butterfly mosaic, more protected from the ravages of time by the roof above it. So it's still quite noticeable. And to the north, a flight of stone stairs leads up to an opening in the ceiling. And Delgros is pushing onward.
Yeah. And I suppose Aronax then will voice something that was on everyone's mind, saying, "You on the what now?" Or something in that to that effect.
And
saying,
Delgros,
saying, "Sir, do you have something to share with us? Because this might implies that you might have something to do with all this nonsense going around with us here."
Believe me, Delgros says, I try to have as little to do with any of this as possible, but I can't just watch this Matos lie to the tribes.
You know what?
I swear,
Yeah, let,
I
let,
swear I'll explain it to you. I understand what I'm asking a lot of trust from you, but we don't have the time.
yeah, you know what? You're right. Let's talk while we walk. Yeah, we'll follow you while you explain things.
Uh, is it still
We're flying.
much far, or is it just these stairs?
I think it's
Just
up the
these stairs. Yeah.
Well, we probably would want to patch up the doctor first quickly, and the lady.
That is maybe true. I spent all my spontaneous healing, but I think I still have one of my healing extracts, which I somewhat arbitrarily prepared while we were in flight, not in flight, in transit.
That's a wonderful thought, but I don't think there's any patching up that can be done for me. Not that you can help with.
Okay, that's unfortunate. So I'll conserve my bombs and just drink this. Ugh. Okay, that's better than nothing.
We still have the wand.
Unfortunately, earlier this evening I rolled a natural 1 while attempting to use it, so...
What do you mean you rolled? Let me see.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, it never actually occurred to me to have somebody else use her wand.
That seems in character.
It's like, don't muck it up. It's
I know what I'm doing.
going to get your positive energy on it.
One more, maybe?
Okay, fine, one more. Okay, maybe one more. It'll do.
You do have a similar one for the doctor.
Oh yes, yes. If we need to use some of those, that's fine.
Well, I could use one or two, I suppose.
Okay, let me quickly remove 3 uses from mine. And are you taking that over then, Emaírel? That's fine.
Yeah.
Another?
Well, I suppose one more and it will be good. No, not there.
There you go.
That's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, 2 less uses of that.
Let's get on with it then.
Yep.
Okay. So you climb the stairs, or how do you get up there? I
Well-
mean, Delgros definitely has to.
Well, we can fly, so
That's what,
No, I'll
what I'm
climb up the
asking.
stairs. Since I have to, as
Okay.
well.
Tyler has to too.
I think I'll take the stairs right behind Delgros.
Okay. All right. So you climb the stairs right behind him, and you hear him, like, as soon as he gets up there, you hear him speak to somebody, and he yells out, Martos! This ends now. You are not worthy of being the Pack Lord. And then first you only hear the voice, like a very deep, deep, growling voice. And he barks back, Says who? A runt that ran away from its pack like a scared piece of prey to live with the pink-skinned humans and others, other inferior creatures. And then you climb up and you see him in full. Quite an impressive specimen of a werewolf. Dual wielding swords, a bastard sword and a dagger. Pretty vicious looking weapons. Pretty brutal looking guy. And on the far side, or kind of like opposite of him, there's another wolf who looks remarkably different. Or werewolf in hybrid form. She is she doesn't have this air of aggression and violence that the first one radiates. She seems like, also like her body language sort of tells you that she's a little bit reluctant. She's just watching what's happening. She doesn't seem to be as aggressive towards Delgros as Matos, but she is definitely keeping her guard up. And Delgros takes another step forward, and he says, Tell her what you did." And Matos, they kind of like circle each other in a way, like they pace back and forth, not letting each other out of sight. And Matos goes, "What do you want me to tell her? I ate Kvalka's heart. I am the Pack Lord now." And Delgros says, "You did not. You're not half the wolf that Kvalka ever was." And then the second wolf speaks up, and she says, "No, Delgros, he's right. He devoured her heart, her strength, her spirit. He is the new Pack Lord. You have to bend the knee. If your heritage still means anything to you." And Delgros says, "I will never bend the knee to a lying usurper." And then Matos goes, "Silence! Do you want to fight me for it? Hmm?" And then there goes, suddenly you see him like twitch, and you hear his like bone or his joints crack, and he makes these very sort of erratic movements. And then Matos starts laughing. He says, "Pitiful. You don't even remember how any of this works. Hmm? When was the last time you shifted voluntarily Ew, you human. And then Delgros starts like screaming a little bit in pain. And as he turns into a hybrid wolf form in front of your eyes.
Damn.
All right.
Interestingly, what you notice, I mean, most of the wolves have very distinct features. So it's kind of like, I mean, don't tell them I said that, but it's kind of like with dogs, where you would be able to tell different breeds apart. The wolves you've seen so far, the werewolves, you kind of were able to tell which ones would be from the same tribe, you know? With like how they're the fur color and general build and everything like that. With Delgros, it's kind of different. He has like streaks of some gray-white fur, um, but no, sorry, he. Um, uh, sorry. Yeah, he has this like brown, gray kind of fur. Um, but he's bigger than most of the wolves you've seen so far. He's not large in any sense, but he's
More imposing.
yeah, definitely. But Matos doesn't seem to care. He just, if you look at him, he just kind of seems disgusted by Delgros having such a hard time shifting, and then he just cracks his like he cocks his head, cracking the his neck joints and then his knuckles, and he says, "Oh, look at that! I'll put you down like a sick animal." And then we'll roll for initiative.
Does the new Delcross look like he can take him on?
Uh, like I mean, he does look like a pretty badass wolf, but so does the other guy, and the other guy seems to be much more comfortable in his shape, you know?
Mm.
So it's hard to tell. Very hard to tell.
Yeah. On the other hand, if I think if we kind of help him, it would be unfair. Maybe some ritual would be
Nonsense.
voided, some shit like that. On the other hand, it's not like I care about that, so let's just bomb the shit out of them.
An alpha is only as good as his pack.
Yeah.
And is there a picture of the hybrid form Delcross?
No, unfortunately not.
Ah,
Of course not.
So I suppose that like Death Battle Screen Cap is the best we can go for.
Yes, pretty much. That's my initiative. There it is. Okay, so Doctor, you've been thinking about helping, but as you already said, it's not clear to you if helping would be somehow against their rules or whatever. But
Well,
you are definitely
in,
quick enough to react.
yeah, in that case, since Aronax is unsure, he will just rise a little bit above. I mean, he won't step on these cairns, but he will like float above them, and he will just ask away, in loud voice, and say, just is this like one-on-one honor combat or some, or we can just join in?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's mostly for Delgor's benefit. I mean, Arronax doesn't really care about this opinion of this guy.
Well, Delgros is still having trouble shifting, so I don't think he can really respond to that. But Matos actually is going to reply, and he just laughs like a full-throated laugh, and he says, "This is no combat. This is going to be a slaughter. You don't deserve to challenge me. You've turned your back on us,
Uh,
and now I will strip your throat out for it."
well,
And then the female wolf says, "Delgros, please stop this. He is the Pack Lord. You can't do this."
well, if he says it's not a challenge, then I'll take it that we can join in. Okay. So Aronax, wait, sorry. Will float a bit within range and say, well, he'll just say, well, okay, I'll take that as a yes then, and he will throw a bomb at him.
Okay.
Where is my? I have only 2 left.
Okay, so only the first one.
Yes, 18.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take this, yes.
All right, 25 hits, of course, and 18 points of fire damage. All right, so
Uh-huh.
bomb goes off.
Well, yeah, this
Bam.
one is beefier than previous ones.
Yes, he is. And the bomb goes off, like burning his fur, and he hides his face behind his large bastard sword. And then once the blast is over, he just sneers and he says, "That was obviously you would hide behind your pink-skinned friends."
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, Aronax is very, very red right now.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, so the werewolf lady. So first of all, you notice that her skin has sort of a bark-like texture, and the first thing she does is that she casts a spell, but not directed at you, but directed at the bottom of the tower. And it takes a little while for the spell to manifest. It's like a complicated incantation, but then when you look down, or when you get a chance to look down, you would see that all the plants and trees and the bushes and everything in a pretty large parameter around the tower have all of a sudden just grown pretty big and are basically forming a sort of barrier around the temple itself. And she says, "Delgros, you have been gone for a long time. You can't just come here and claim that the Pack Lord lied to us and attack him. It's just not right." "Stop it, Sabrisa. He forgot what it means to be a wolf. He's just food now." And then he charges in with both weapons drawn and attacks. Let's see. Hits him and does and does 22 points of
Damn.
damage to him. And a blow like that to Delgros in his human shape would probably send him right down again. But as a wolf, he seems to be able to take a lot more. And like when Matos brings his sword down, he knocks it back with his bare arm. That gets a deep cut into that arm, which is the 22 points of damage. But yeah, but Matos is actually sort of surprised who gets that much resistance from him. And Delgros says, Tell her, Matos, you didn't fight her. You ambushed her. And then he jumps Matos, and with his bare claws and teeth starts attacking him. 22 to hit isn't exactly a hit.
Geier needs also will need initiative count, I think,
Oh, right.
if he's still here.
No, right. Yeah, no, he's around.
And I think he's the only one with spell slots left.
Okay, well, fittingly. Gotta add the modifier.
He's even
though.
slower on the draw than me.
Well, not exactly. Actually, he has a 5 and a +4 any, so.
Well, he's faster than me.
Okay, so that was his first attack, and he doesn't get a second one, yeah, because it's a natural attack. So it's Emaírel's turn.
Emaírel is going to focus on his spear, and as a standard action, he's going to grant it the Werewolf Bane property for a minute. And that should leave him with a move action. Which he will use to. Will he do that? No, he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay right there. That'll be his turn.
Okay. Gaia's turn. Let's see. He is going to detect undead. No. Already used Bone Shaker. Okay, he's gonna try Howling Agony. He gets a 42 save against that. And makes it. So let's see what the result is. Just negated. Okay. So wasted. All right, and then he takes a step back because he doesn't want to stand so close to the giant, the wolf fight. Evelyn.
Cast Crushing Boredom.
I think. Well, I don't know if this is the most efficient thing to do, but Evelyn is going to fix her gaze upon Mathus as a swift action. And then she is going to begin casting a spell. And as she looks at him, she's going to say, "How can you hope to lead your pack when you cannot even stand the sight of them?" And she's going to cast Bestow Curse upon him.
Whoa.
DC 20 will save, and he has a -2 to his roll.
Ouch. Okay, let's see. Failed miserably.
Ooh.
Sorry, not Bestow Curse. Curse of Disgust.
Oh, okay.
So he is... I don't know if I have to designate a subject that he's disgusted by. So I was going to say wolves and hope that included, werewolves. But he now permanently has. Here, let me just put it up. As long as he's within 30 feet of the trigger and is aware of the trigger, he gains the sickened condition and feels an urge to leave. He can succeed a will save to negate the urge to leave. The sickened condition is there permanently whenever he looks at a wolf.
Okay. But it's not like he has to leave. He feels an urge to leave.
Well, he needs to pass a will save to negate the urge to leave.
To negate the urge, yeah. But even if he fails that save, doesn't mean he has to run. It's not like he has the panicked or anything.
Never mind.
Okay, but that's definitely a bad roll. Okay. So he feels an urge to leave. Okay.
It-
Okay.
however-
Okay. Yeah.
However
I think,
you want to play.
yeah. I
that,
think.
but
I think I have an idea. Yeah.
Evelyn
Okay.
will simply step up and out of the way of the door, letting him go if that's what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Run away now.
Doctor.
Doctor will play a little bit with his last bomb in his fingers, and I think I will delay my turn after Big Bad Werewolf to see if he actually leaves.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Then it's the female wolf's turn again. She casts another spell, and this time thick clouds start to surround High Throne, or the top of the tower here. And she's probably going to say something too. Yeah, she's gonna say, Matos, what is he talking about? What does he mean, ambush? And then it's Matos' turn, and he looks at Dalgros with disgust, and he says, "You're not even worth breaking a sweat. You disgust me. You left your pack for a human. And you still dare to take our form." And then he tries to move away from Delgros, and he looks over to the woman, and again, like, sneers in disgust, and he or looks at her in disgust, and she says, "You wouldn't understand. I beat her. I outsmarted her. I am the Alpha. I'm the Pack Lord." Doctor?
Did he provoke an attack of opportunity? Is he?
Nah,
I
he
guess
took a
he
he
5
took a
foot
step.
stepped.
Yeah, he took a step.
5 foot step.
Well, I think I will let him continue monologuing for now.
Okay. Well, he's kind of done monologuing at this point, and Delgros is going to jump forward. He's saying, "Outsmart her! You tricked her! You tricked her! With the help of those humans to boot!" And then he once again jumps Matos, trying to bite him. But Matos just kind of dodges him, going, "Ugh, just don't touch me." And they didn't help me. I just used them. And the female wolf goes, "What do you mean, Matus? Is there any truth to Delgros's words?" And again he says, you just don't understand. You all sicken me. Ah. Emaírel, your turn.
Well, it seems that this wolf doesn't really respect their rules, so why should we? And Emaírel is going to step in and start attacking.
Oh wait, I forgot it's permanent, so we won't drop this curse of disgust if we attack him. It's
Oh no, he's permanently affected by that.
oh right, so yeah, I suppose we just start blowing him up next time. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's a hit for 22 points of damage.
To which there will be an extra 2d6 from the Bane.
Bane. Okay. Good, because the weapon damage is actually resisted to some extent, but
Oh,
Bane.
well, yeah, it's a werewolf.
Yeah. Okay, Geier's turn.
He is sickened, so he does have a -2 penalty to all of his saving throws.
Yeah.
Geier casts a spell again.
Mm-hmm.
That goes doubly so if it's a will save. He'll have a -4.
Mm. He's just gonna try another howling agony, because now that he has penalty on his will save, maybe it's gonna be better. On his fortitude save. 14. That's not enough. So, quite fittingly, he starts howling, but not like the wolves did before, and more so in pain. Oh, actually, he doesn't start howling. That's not how that works. He seems to all of a sudden be in quite excruciating pain, and he also which kind of seems to take away a lot of his attention, so he isn't able to defend himself as well. And then it's Evelyn's turn.
What is Evelyn gonna do to him next? I think she is going to hit him with oh boy. Gonna hit him with a hideous laughter spell.
Okay. Whew, that's -2 on the will save from the second, and from the howling agony.
So it's DC 18, and he's at a cumulative -4.
Okay. Failed. Creature's next turn it may attempt a new saving throw. Okay. So yeah, so he starts laughing uncontrollably over this whole thing. He says, you just don't get it, do you? And falls prone.
No, my dear friend, I think you are the one who has completely lost it. Do you feel it? The way your mind is breaking?
And
Right, Evelyn, I think something more is going to be breaking right here than just his mind, but
the female wolf, she casts another spell, producing a flame from her hands, and she says, Matus, none of this makes sense. Have you really been lying to me, to us? And Matus gets his save, I guess. fails again and just goes. Arronax.
Well, since he presents such a good target, Arronax will just float just above him, and like taking his time, pinpointing, just drop his last bomb at him, saying, "Mr. Delros, cover your eyes, please," and he will exclude him, of course, from the blast.
Mhm.
My last bomb. Bomb, bomb.
19. Okay. Yeah. Pretty bad blast, but he just laughs all the way through it. Delgro's, well, first shielding himself from the blast, then turns around again, draws a silver dagger from his belt,
Ooh.
and
That's been
jumps Matos and just starts stabbing him violently. And that's a hit. Let's see if the second one hits too. Second one hits too. Is just gonna use both at the same time. Okay. And he just starts stabbing, and he and Delgros just keeps yelling over and over, "Tell her! Tell her!" as he stabs him. Emaírel.
Well, he will join in the stabbing.
This is
Stab, stab,
awful.
stab,
This
stab,
is awful.
stab, 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 stab.
Well, I mean, at least he was right on something. Yeah, that's not a duel at all.
Yeah.
This is like this is more like assassinating Julius Caesar than it is.
Yes. Pretty much.
Trying
yeah.
to claim the throne, and everyone's just like, no. Wow.
Yep, that is.
Evelyn will, as an immediate action, use her ability as soon as she sees that Emaírel has. I assume he's.
Oh.
Is he down?
Yeah, he's down.
Okay, she's going to use her ability. Hang on one second. Let me find the correct one. It is. Sorry, it's not. It's. Oh, there it is. Can I just make this appear? There we go.
One round. What? At third level, when the spirit walker is on a human or target, the target dies. As an immediate action, the spirit walker forces the target soul to remain in the way of using dominate for a number of rounds equal to half the spirit walker's last level. The creature gets a double from breakpoints. Okay.
The main thing is he has a will save to resist this ability right now.
Okay, so let's do that first before we
The
dive
DC
into.
is equal to 10 plus half my level, which is brings it to 13, and then my charisma modifier, which is I believe currently plus 6. So it's a DC 19. He's got a -4 to the whole thing.
And I get, yeah, I guess it's the normal, right? 16 wouldn't be enough, right?
That would be a fail.
That is a fail. Okay, so you force his soul back into his body, and
then
you control him as if using dominate person. Okay.
I control him, and I command him to tell the truth. Howl it to the heavens.
All right. So Delgros, who was on top of him, like stabbing him, then Emaírel goes in 2 brutal thrusts of his branch spear take him out, Delgros nonetheless just keeps beating and stabbing Matos, and only when Matos kind of like stops fighting back, just keeps getting stabbed by Delgros, he realizes something weird is going on. Takes a step back, lets Matos pick himself up from the ground, and Matos stands there, his eyes glazed over, just staring at the Cybrisa, the female wolf. And when Evelyn tells him to tell the whole truth, he goes, "He's right. I had help. They were very generous. They helped me put her down, get her away from her pack in the first place. And all they wanted in exchange was her heart." "But what do you mean, Matus, her heart? You must have consumed it, otherwise you wouldn't be our pack lord." "I got a piece of it. But they took the rest." And Delgos yells, "I told you! He lied to you! He's nothing," he says. Stabs him again. And let's just say that takes him finally out.
Yeah, because the ability only lasts for like
Yeah.
15
a
seconds.
few rounds, so
Yeah, and he
it's
only gets
basically just enough for him to say that.
Yeah, and he just gets a few temporary hit points, so that would definitely. So Delgos definitely takes him out. Ah! Then he collapses, and the Cybrisa stands there, flabbergasted, and she says, I don't understand this." And Delgros says, "He just told you the truth. This is what happened. He lied to all of you. He never beat Kvalka. He stole her heart. And now it's in the hands of whoever those men were that helped him. There is no pack lord." And Cybrisa says, "But there must be. There always has. The tribes, they will fall apart." And Delgros says, "Will they? We've never tried without a pack lord." And Cybrisa says, "Delgros, none of this makes sense. You have been gone from the tribes for way too long. You don't know what I have," he says. "And I've seen other ways to live. We don't need to constantly fight for who's on top of everything. We can learn to live with each other." And Cybrisa says, "That sounds very noble of you, Delgros, but how?" And then Delgros just kind of looks lost, and he says, "I don't know. But this is a start," pointing to the dead Matos on the floor. Okay, so so the next bit I'm just gonna kind of gloss over a little bit, because what's happening next is
we get our throats torn out by an army of werewolves outside.
well, exactly that's certainly one way this could happen, but the other way is going to be that Cybrisa drops the spells that have protected the temple so far. You look out and you see that there are dozens of wolves very close to the temple now, all of them like circling the temple, growling at each other. Some of them even jumping at each other, fighting in like small skirmishes, and just kind of waiting for the right moment for an all-out battle of the tribes. And then Cybrisa's voice cuts through the darkness as she calls out to the tribes, and everyone kind of stops, looks up, and you look down at all of these eyes in the dark, just reflecting the light of the stars and the moon. And then Sabrisa says, "The Pack Lord is dead." And all of the wolves start. Some of them start growling. Some of them fall silent. And she says, "She died a long time ago, killed by a liar." And you sense that all of the wolves are starting to get confused, and some of the Silverhides, which is Matus's pack, start howling and growling and just being very aggressive. And Sabrisa says, "It's true. He told me myself. He told me himself before he died," she says, and he pulls Matus to the edge of the tower, holds up his head, and then just tosses him off the tower, and you see his body like fall down, fall, and then hit the ground hard. And all the wolves are silent. And then Delgros steps forward, and he says, "There is no more Pack Lord. We're all free to do with to rule ourselves now." And you see like lots and lots of confusion between all of the wolves. Again, some growling, and some of them start dispersing. Some of the Silverhides start to retrieve the now human body of Matus, and like they kind of pull him away from the temple towards the woods. And then the wolves just kind of start to disperse for now. Some of them linger for a while, looking up at that large wolf on top of High Throne that they haven't seen in a long time. But eventually, all of them sort of slink off. And Sabrisa says to Delgros just before she also exits, "Delgros, I'm glad you decided to return to the pack, but I wonder where this all is going to lead us. Do you at least intend to see this through, or are you just going to leave again?" And Delgros says, "I have nothing out there anymore waiting for me." And Sabrisa says, "I heard. I'm sorry about your loss." And he says, "Thank you." And then she leaves.
Oh, okay, goodbye. Damn.
Well,
To ask her a question.
yeah. Who were they?
Who was she?
I don't know. I mean,
Who? Delgros says, "That was Sabrisa Dorjanev.
oh,
She's the leader of the Dorjanevs."
See, if we wanted to get in touch with her and ask her, well, maybe you can answer questions too.
yeah. What's going on?
It's complicated, but I guess you deserve an answer. Thank you for helping me with all of this. not really sure if what comes next, but I couldn't have gotten here without you. I guess you see what I am.
Well, you can see what we are, so I guess we can call it even. Yeah, Aronax will just pick his teeth with his own claws. For,
So, do you have any idea of who are the people that helped him?
yeah, I mean, I suppose. Well, I have a certain suspicion, but it would be. I'll be more interested in confirming it or clarifying at least who
I
they are
don't
exactly.
know who they are exactly, but they gave me the creeps.
Mm.
They were human. I think their leader just had a bad smell, and his little, I don't even know what to call it, pet, familiar, whatever it was some abomination that looked like he had actually made it himself.
Uh-huh.
When you say bad smell, like death, maybe?
More like evil.
Which kind of reminds me, do we have any of those quote-unquote parting letters that nefarious individual left us when we again quote-unquote foiled his plans on 2 occasions now?
I imagine, yeah, we would have them rolled up somewhere.
I suppose we could, I don't know, try to confirm it. I mean, it, it feels kind of weird to ask him to sniff them, but well, might as well, I suppose.
Dergos kind of reluctantly sniffs them and says, "No, no,
Hmm,
not like this."
I see. My apologies.
The figures, could you tell us how many there were, and if they bore any sort of signet, sigil, anything that might identify them?
They came to the lodge.
Hmm,
They kept to themselves for most of the time. They were actually kind of suspiciously secretive about it. But I don't usually care about the guests' affairs, so I wasn't worried about that. They had a meeting with Estovian, and I believe that Estovian was the one that put them in touch with Matus.
What
And
is Estovian exactly? What is his connection to the Vilcacus?
that's what I don't know. And that's what struck me tonight.
hmm,
It seemed like too much of a coincidence that the Vilcatsis would show up at the lodge after everything that happened in the last couple of weeks. I suspect that Estovian has a hand in this as well. And just as it happens, and he makes a sweeping gesture, this is the birthplace of the Vilcatsis. So if there
hmm,
is any chance of finding out, it would be here.
hmm.
That would be good to know. There's also a book that Estovian has that may contain information both about these stairs and about the Vilcaxis, as you call it. I don't know how relevant it is at this point, but it's those figures, those ones who came to the lodge, those ones who interfered in the business of the packs. Those are the ones that we came here to hunt, and we are still hunting them. So anything at all that you can tell us about our quarry will be immensely helpful and would repay the debt you have incurred in recruiting our assistants here tonight.
Right, there's very little I can tell you beyond what I already did. I will help you find out as much as you can around here, though. I've been here before.
Okay, well, that's a good start. Yes. Look, it is not my business to pry into your personal affairs, but it does strike me that you may have been away from your pack mates for quite some time. Do you think that they will leave us be? They will not harass us or reform and try to assault us again once they realize that they could, I don't know, just
Well, they can
declare
just
any
do,
one of them pack lord at this point.
yeah, just do whatever
Might.
they want.
They might come back and try to fight us. But the packs always, the tribes always fight amongst themselves. Without a leader at the top, I doubt that the Silverhides will put up any organized response to this anytime soon. I hope that I can get the heads of the tribes together soon to figure all of this out.
So,
Is Estovian a Silverhide?
Nah, he's just a man.
ugh,
Well, that's disappointing. I had my theories.
yeah.
You did? I'm sorry I have to disappoint you. But I was the only wolf living at the lodge.
Well, you did a good job at keeping your tracks hidden, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tried to hide them from myself, even, for a long time. It
Strange.
is painful to return, and not just from the shifting.
I know something of what that is like. You have my sympathies, I suppose.
Thank you. But let's not dwell on this too much. I don't like talking about it. And there's still the night is running out, and we should we still need to figure out what happened to the Vakatsis after the encounter at the lodge.
I see. So,
Well, I won't contest that. Do you have any thoughts on where to start?
Well, I would suggest the downstairs.
In the
there's
temple?
There's more to this place.
Yes, at the base of the temple is where the priests used to live. And the story goes that the Vilkatsis actually rose from the remains of the son of a priest who had contracted the disease, as they called it, of lycanthropy. And his father tried to cure him, but he only tortured him. for years until he finally died. And that's how the story goes. That from his tortured body, the spirit of the werewolf rose. So if there's any truth to that story, we might find out down in the priest's quarters.
All right then.
Well, maybe that's one spirit we can lay to rest. I am not keen on encountering him again tonight, but perhaps we can settle things a little bit before he gets into another tiff.
Okay, so you're gonna head downstairs?
Well,
No more questions?
I think I'm good.
Not at the moment.
Okay. So you go slowly but steadily all the way downstairs. And yeah, well, where Delgros leads you down all the way downstairs and then around the temple to where you realize that the base of the temple is actually basically a cavernous pillar-lined amphitheater. Now just crumbling stone with high ceilings and a rough dirt floor strewn with bones. The skeletons of deer and other larger game animals hang from several of the columns, all of which are painted with crude symbols and marred with scratch marks. The southern portion of the room contains an elevated dais, connected to the earthen floor of the amphitheater by short stairs on either side. To the rear of the dais, an open archway leads deeper into the ruin.
Evelyn will take the opportunity to plant her last two mesmerist tricks before we get too deep in there. Let me review.
Dergos steps inside, sniffs the air, and says, "It's here. I can sense it." And Emaírel steps inside too. And when you do, from through the walls here of the tower, the Vilkatsis steps out, howling a ghostly howl, being apparently greatly offended by the presence of a non-lycanthrope. And let's go for initiative again.
Our tokens have shifted somewhere. I mean,
Up high. Did I have the chance to get those tricks implanted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I put one more in Emaírel and another one in Arronax. I already triggered your mesmeric mirror, right?
I think yes. I think
Yeah, she'll do it to the two of them again.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, and it is the Vilkatsis that gets to act first, and it just comes flying past Delgros. I believe, Emaírel, it did try to possess you. Well, in fact, it actually
It did succeed.
It did succeed. So let me see if you fail, you're being possessed. And then how was it forced out of you again? Just through damage, right?
Yeah, I knocked him out. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's it called?
So
Percussive maintenance.
Right. Yeah. So since you didn't actually save you're not immune to its possession, so it's going to try and do that again. So I will need a will save as it is flying towards you.
Ooh dear.
That's
Okay.
absolutely not good.
Oh boy.
And it successfully takes charge of you.
1 second. I think I want to review our cards again. Maybe we can have something.
They didn't help us much the last time.
Yeah, maybe we can force him to reroll it somehow. Hero cards, and my hero cards is publishing. I don't know what that publishing is. Copy link. Chaotic good card of wisdom. No. No. Yeah, no, I can't help him.
Yeah, I can't help. Not at this point. If I'd had a round to act.
Well, shit.
Okay, so
I never rolled initiative. I'm sorry.
Oh wow.
I don't think it's gonna matter. I have to roll like a 19 or 20 to actually intervene, but yeah, that's about what I thought.
All right. So the Velcasis comes flying out of the stonework of the tower and makes a beeline towards Emaírel and just kind of goes into Emaírel. And you see the elf starting to change slightly. He stares at his hands as he begins to grow claws, and his mouth he opens his mouth, and you can see like fangs starting to push out of his jaws, and Emaírel, quite out of character, flies into a savage rage. Yeah, Delgros, standing right next to him, of course, notices this. Okay, so first of all, Sam, you can do the math. You gain 2 claws and a bite natural attack, appropriate for your size, so that would be 1d6. And you get the Barbarian's Greater Rage class ability. That's your rage.
Okay.
Okay. And then okay, so but you're not raging against Delgros, so that is not worried about him. And Delgros himself is shocked by all of this, and he takes a step back and he says, "Watch out! It's inside of him again." And then it's Geier's turn, and Geier is going to cast Command Undead. Would that work?
I don't think that's gonna cut it. I think. Well, I don't know what the hit die of the creature is. I know Evelyn tried to use one of her abilities that was hit die dependent, and it was too high for her.
This one is not hit die dependent.
Oh.
It must just be able to hear him, which is so. Okay, let's see. If it is intelligent, it perceives your words and actions favorably. It will not attack you while the spell lasts. You can give the subject orders, but you must win a post-charisma check to convince it to do anything. Retries are not allowed. Intelligent commanded undead never obeys suicidal, obviously harmful, but it might be convinced it's something blah blah blah. Unintelligent, blah blah blah. Okay, not in the HP. Okay, yeah, all right. So DC 17 will. Let's see. It probably, yeah, pretty good will save.
So this is the actual spell, Command Undead, or is this an ability Geier has?
It's the spell.
Okay.
Don't see the there. It failed.
Ha.
So
So we are not doomed.
Geier stares at Emaírel, stares right into his foggy eyes, and he growls, Show yourself, you coward. And let's try a opposed charisma check. So that will be a +4 for Geier. Oops. And a +3 for the Vilcatsis. Ah, too bad. But that just means that he doesn't do that action, but he's still commanded. Okay, but Emaírel is going to take 1, 2 steps to get to Evelyn and attack her.
I will trigger my mesmeric mirror.
Okay. So that would be just the bite? I don't know how...
Either either one claw or the bite. Well, I guess a bite would probably make most sense.
Okay.
2 duplicates of Evelyn appear. Yeah, that's definitely a hit. So you want
I
to
will
roll the
need a
D3 or
fortitude.
should I?
I will need a fortitude save from you.
Well, first there's if it hits my mirror or not.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So how many?
There's 3 versions of Evelyn, so a D3. I guess a 1 would be Evelyn. Of course.
Well, you're lucky. Wow, you're really lucky.
So that's a hit. 16 points of damage, I take it.
Yep.
Owl, okay, and a fortitude save.
Hmm.
Okay. This is what I'm known for, my fortitude saves. Hey, if it's a disease, it's a +2.
cool. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe you saved, maybe you didn't. Evelyn.
Oh, dearie me. That hurt a lot. Evelyn is gonna 5-foot step away from Emaírel, back towards the others. And she's gonna mutter to Geier, "Can't you command it not to attack us?" And then I think we talked about this once before, but is Evelyn able to target the creature possessing Emaírel with a spell? Like, especially if it's a like something that affects a mind. She knows the creature is in there.
Yeah, I think we landed on if it affects the mind, you can do it.
Okay. I don't think she still has her Eagle Splendor up, unfortunately, from when she cast it before, when we were on the lower level of that tower. So okay, she's gonna turn her gaze on it, if she can do that. Like, even though she's looking at Emaírel, she's like almost like looking past him into the thing that she knows is inside of him. And she is also, I guess she's just going to recast Eagle Splendor for now, because I know this thing is really hard to hit with the will saves, I think. So yeah, that's going to be her turn.
Doctor.
Okay. Well, I have no bombs and I don't have any weapons that can affect the undead inside Emaírel without hurting Emaírel. So, well, shit, I guess the only option for me right now is to use my mutate ability from my shiny new prestige class. That would be, I think, second one for today. And the last one. So I shift my bonus from Constitution to Strength. And I... well, I can't actually attack Emaírel, so I interpose myself between Emaírel and Evelyn.
Okay. That's your turn?
Yes.
All right. That's that. Delgros sees what's happening. He's armed with his silver dagger, but he's like looking at you and he says, what do we do? How do we get it out of him? And he's ready to stab, but doesn't really know what to do. Geier, listening to Evelyn's advice, nods and says, okay, stop attacking us. And then opposed charisma, excellent.
Oh my god. Why?
Oh, wow.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well,
I guess the attacker wins, no?
yeah, Geier has
Yeah.
higher base charisma, so yes. I suppose, I think.
What attacker wins, right? Usually you just have to hit the DC, and the defending roll essentially sets the DC, I would say. So okay, so Emaírel, you're having a moment. You're taking a pause. Basically, you just how do you say, skip the round.
Okay, yeah.
Skip your turn. Being confused, like, okay, why not attack? Like, they're all just stinking humans, or something like that. Evelyn.
Okay. Oh god. No, that won't even work. Oh no. She says to the others, we need to figure out how to lay the thing to rest or mollify it or something. We're not going to be able to take it in a straight fight. And she is going to take this opportunity to move a little further away. Actually, she's going to move inside. Here, running inside, hoping that we can find something inside the tower that might save us. And she's also going to cast another spell on herself, that being Intensify Psyche. And that'll be her turn. She's still gazing at Emaírel actually, is she still in range? She's still in range, so she's still doing the gaze at the thing inside of Emaírel.
Okay.
Ah,
Staring.
okay. I don't want to actually hurt Emaírel again, so I'll do much worse. I will grapple him.
No.
Okay.
He's going to be really hard to grapple.
Yeah.
That was definitely an aggressive act, I would say. So he'll try to defend himself. Delgros says, "Should I just try the dagger? It's silver." Looking at all of you.
Might as well.
Well,
Calls out
fuck it,
Evelyn, and
we'll
she
heal
runs
him
away.
later. Just do it.
And he tries to stab him with the dagger. I guess you count as human right now. 20.
So I have a question. Like when so he's just under rage, right?
Greater
No
rage.
further greater rage, no further transformation apart from the clothes. So if he had his shield on him, it's still equipped.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. And in that case, that's a miss.
Okay. Well, he has a second attack, so he's gonna use it. That's another miss. Geier says, well, at least drop your shield.
Drop Emerald's
Why? Why? Why are these like this?
Emaírel, well, you've been attacked twice, so and Geier just lost his check to make you drop your shield, so I guess you're gonna attack somebody, and it's not gonna be the lycanthrope.
Oh. Well, I guess the doctor is the closest
Mm-hmm.
victim. And I imagine since I'm not moving, it would be the full
Well, I suppose so.
the full.
Oh God.
Oh boy. Well,
It's
here goes. So it's one bite too close.
yeah. Ow! What the fuck?
Wow.
Wait, what? Ah, well, that's not so. What the fuck? Ah, shit. Okay, that's my shield spell is done, so my armor class is 21.
Wow. No.
Shit. Well, that's not good. That's minus 25. That's almost all my hit points.
Evelyn.
Wait, that's almost all your hit points?
Well, I had 34, so now I have 9.
Oh, okay, you're already hurting. Evelyn. Oh God. I mean, she doesn't technically have any idea what's around this corner. Shoot. All right, she's realizing that maybe she doesn't have the time to do this, to search around. God. She's going to oh God. sorry, I really need to figure out. Do I this seems like such a bad idea. I don't know. This isn't emotion, is it? It is emotion. Okay.
You can calm emotions on greater rage, I suppose.
No, I wish. I do not have calm emotions. But I do need to check off intensify psyche because that's boosting up my see. And then Evelyn is going to cast it only gets one save against this, right? Yeah. It only gets one save against this, and she says, "Oh, I'm going to regret this so much." And she casts Reckless Infatuation
Aye.
on the creature. Like this. It's actually I don't know why it didn't adjust, but it should be a DC 20 save for it right now, and she's gazing at it.
Well, I guess then I will use its
And I should be
save.
clear, she targets herself.
Okay. So it's a will save, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Failed. Intense affection for a specific interval. It's a
Does it target only Emerald or the spirit within it? Well.
Okay. All right. Doctor?
Well, she's not done. She's not
Oh,
done.
okay.
She's going to run away.
Oh, I see.
The only question is she's unfortunately put herself in a bad spot. So she's just going to run this way for now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, wait, do I have to remain within sight? If the target moves outside the range, it gains a stagger condition until it's again near other folks.
Well, it knows where you went, so it'll probably
Break
just
the
run after you.
the target can attempt a second. Put it in an obvious physical thing. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't say anything about line of sight. I don't think. All right.
No, I think it knows where you went, so it's still gonna come after you.
Yeah, it's gonna do this. Oh God, it's gonna do this for the next 7 days.
Doctor?
Hi. Doctor was about to say something in spirit of you have tried this before, creature. You remember how it went for you last time, and that's totally didn't went good for Dr. Arronax. So I will withdraw.
Okay. Then it's the Velkatz's turn, and it is going to leave Emaírel's
It
body.
is staggered.
And because it is not within 30 feet?
Correct.
Okay, so it's gonna take its one move action, and then it is within 30 feet, so it has another move action to get uncomfortably close to you.
Okay.
And Delgros just comes whoop, 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 following, running after it. Geier comes whoop, 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 also coming after it. Emaírel, now that it has left your body, you are fatigued. And you will be for a total of 6 rounds.
Damn. Okay. That's the only effect, just fatigue.
Yes. And of course you lose the
Yeah,
benefits.
the rage and all that. Okay. Well, he is going to move back where he was, pick up his spear, and I guess that would be just a round.
Evelyn.
Okay. Let's play this game. Evelyn is going to it's incorporeal. Can she move through its square? Can she get out of this hallway now that it's here?
It is incorporeal, yes, but I don't think you want to walk actually through it. So you would have to tumble through its square.
No, that's not gonna happen. You can 5-foot step and then use your action to move, right?
Not to move, only for a move action.
You can use your okay. If you 5-foot step, you can't.
You can't move any further this round.
You can't move any further. Okay. God, the tumbling will not be good. I can't squeeze past him or anything. Like,
Well, I mean, that's...
is he literally just like filling the hallway and I can't get around?
Well,
No, you
I
could
think that's
step
what,
here and then step there, but it would get attacks of opportunity
yeah,
if you do
that's
so.
what acrobatics roll represent, I believe.
Yeah. Oh dearie me. I am going to. I'm not even gonna bother with the acrobatics. This is what that'll half my speed, right, while I'm doing that, or half my movement. If I tumble through those squares.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh. I just want to move. Here's hoping. Evelyn will. Oh God. I don't know how many attacks of opportunity it gets, but Evelyn is going to step over here. And that
Well,
will
that's
provoke
not-
from it.
All right, because
Right.
we're already threatened by it. That's correct.
I was already threatened.
Okay. Yes, it will try to touch you, and that's of course a hit.
All right, roll a d3. With a 1 being a failure, or a 1 being a hit against Evelyn. Not again. What the hell?
Блин.
Are you serious?
Sorry. So that's
Useless.
6 points of just damage, untyped, and then there's this unnatural cold that comes over you, which is 5 points of damage.
Another
Cold.
5 points.
Cold damage.
Ow, bad, very bad.
Do you by any chance have resistance to cold damage?
That would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't. I don't think I do. As a dampier, I do not have anything like that now.
Unfortunate.
Just negative energy. Negative energy is a thing for me, but he's not using negative energy, unfortunately. Oh God, I should have done this instead. Ah, so stupid of me. So stupid.
Look on the bright side. At least you looked at your class features.
I had another thing I could have done. I had another thing I could have done, but I did not do it, and I'm already here. So, and it doesn't require a will save or anything, right?
No.
All right, Evelyn's gonna keep moving and hope that it does not get multiple attacks. Does it?
It does.
No. Okay. Let's see how bad this is.
But I think you can still continue your movement.
Yeah, I'm continuing my movement, exactly. I can't believe
20 against your touch.
That's a hit. Yeah, I rolled a d3. Yes! Okay.
No, that was the damage. Sorry.
Oh, come on. Okay.
2.
All right,
So
one of the
misses.
mirrors goes down.
Okay.
Oh my god, that means it's probably going to have another one. This is so stressful. Here's the third square.
And it has another one.
No, wait, but like you're taking a move action now, right?
Yeah.
Well, normally a move action just triggers just once. It's not once per square you leave.
Oh, is that true?
I don't know.
As far as I understand it, it's
Yeah, I think you're right. It's one trigger.
Okay. All right. Then okay. Then I still have all 3 of my mirrors, and Evelyn is just running at this point, so she won't even bother with that. She'll just push past Delgros. So that was 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, and then she's going to use her action to move again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She says, "Figure out what to do. I'm just going to keep running."
Okay.
And that's her turn.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's specifically called out that moving out of more than one threatened square does not count as several opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Doctor.
Well, I believe I'm still flying, so my movement is fly 60 speed 60. So he will fly at Emaírel and basically somewhere grab him starts shaking him by the shoulders. Just make your spear the spirit bane or something. Just someone go kill it. And yeah, that's all I can do really.
Okay. The down the hall here. There's some doors. Old-looking doors. One of them opens. And Estovion steps out.
Are you kidding me? Oh no.
Clutching a book.
No.
actually
mean-
looking pretty much exactly like he does in the very first illustration you've ever seen of him. But he does look kind of panicked, and afraid for his life. None of that kind of arrogant attitude that you've grown to love so much. And instead, he just steps out of the room, and he sees Delgros in his wolf shape, and he says, "Oh, I sort of suspected that for a long time. Sorry that it all comes down to this. You will have to die now, Delgros." And he casts a spell, shooting an acid arrow
Just miss.
at Delgros.
Just miss this time. I'm hexing the dice now, like with my mind.
Yes.
There we
Misses.
go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, the Vilcatsius is still recklessly infatuated with Evelyn. Let's check its speed. 50 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. There's one move action to get here,
Damn.
and then a second move action. Well, I guess Dalgros actually gets an attack of opportunity, which he of course is going to take with the silver dagger.
He will hit.
And a natural one. He misses, so then the Vilcatsius moves next to Evelyn and then tries to possess you. That's a will save as it tries to take over your mind, your most precious mind.
All right. You can try. But unlike her fortitude save, this is Evelyn's strong suit. I believe. I think it's already factored. Well, no, it won't be factored in. Oh yeah, there we go. 29, and there's actually a +2 on top of that if it's a mind affecting.
Excellent, excellent. It fails to possess you, and you are immune for as long as is gonna be necessary. Okay, Delgros sees Estovian, dodges the acid arrow, and then growls, "Estovian! He's here!" he yells out. But then he runs towards the Vilcatsius, thinking that this is the more dangerous foe at this point, using more than one move action to get there. Geier is going to see Estovian and see the Vilcatsius.
Estovian, please do something about he's controlling it somehow. Or come over to me, okay?
He moves over there, shoots a couple of magic missiles. Bam. And that was 7th level, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 7, 10, 15 points of force damage going straight to the Vilcatsius. Okay. Emaírel?
And Emaírel finally has a decent idea. He moves right in the middle of all his allies and starts casting a spell.
Yes, I know what's gonna happen. Oh no, wait, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Ah, nice. So everybody is protected from possession from an evil creature.
As
Right.
long as you stick close to me, yes.
Very nice. Do you need an aura?
I think. Oh, it's 10, not 20.
Like that.
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
Evelyn.
Oh boy. Well, she can withdraw, but this thing is just gonna use its movement to get up to her again. And since it can't possess her, probably just gonna try to kill her. So that does not seem great. She's gonna 5-foot step back, and she's going to. Oh God, I don't know if this is. I don't even know if this works. She's gonna stomp her foot down. She's gonna say, "Aren't you getting tired of this running around in all these games?" And she's going to try to cast Oppressive Boredom on it.
Man, that's an emotional roller coaster for that poor Volcatsis. It's another will save, I guess?
It technically does not it doesn't cancel out Reckless Infatuation.
Yeah.
It's bored but infatuated.
It's like, man,
wow, it's living the modern life.
Yes, exactly. I'm like really into you, but like, nah.
All right, it's a DC. It's also DC 20. And she uses her swift action to look at it, so it's got a -2. Yes.
That's one.
Oh my God.
Oh man, it's a bored ghost, I guess.
Awful.
It's like Casper the bored werewolf ghost. Oh, sorry. Was there another action coming?
5-foot action. So yeah, that's everything. Sorry, that's everything. He has to make that save each round to see if he stays bored or not.
So I guess technically he would do the save on his turn.
Technically, well,
Okay.
I don't know. The spell wording is confusing, but the way you've been doing it in the past is when he fails the first save, he's down for at least a round.
Yeah. No, that definitely. But like next time I'll roll it on his.
Yeah.
turn.
The next time after that he would roll.
All right, Doctor.
All right. I'm not keen on actually getting in range of that thing. So while it is oppressively bored, I think I will take a tactical position about here, and as my second action I will pull out from my bandolier, I suppose, or my belt, a flask of liquid ice that is seemingly still in my inventory, so I will use that and prepare it to throw at Estovian should he ever show up here. Well, I can't prepare to throw it, but on the next round.
Okay. Well, Estovian moves around the corner here, and when he spots the Doctor, he goes, "Ah, oh, all of you here? Well, I'm terribly sorry about all of this, but this will, you know my secret now, so you will all have to die, I'm afraid." And he shoots a bolt of lightning.
That's not good.
A reflex save from Doctor and Emaírel.
Well, at least reflex is my highest point, but I'm not sure I can survive a bolt of lightning even with half damage.
That should be a 15 for Emaírel.
Alright, that is still not going to be enough, I'm afraid. And that is okay. 1d6 per caster level, reflex half, exactly. So 30 points of electricity damage for Emaírel and 15 for the Doctor.
No. Holy shit. That was a good roll.
Well, I'm in -6.
And are you ferocious, or are you gonna go down?
I can't be ferocious.
Okay. The Volcatsis, it's super bored. It just looks longingly at Evelyn, but is like totally, gonna totally get to Evelyn tomorrow, probably. And Delgros gonna try to stab the Velkatsis with his silver dagger. Hits. Does 4 points of damage, but because of the incorporeal half damage rule, but actually it takes half again as much, so 6 points of damage because it's vulnerable to silver. Who would have thought?
Would you look at that?
Geier casts a spell and and a ghostly whip appears in his hand. And Emaírel is still fatigued, but it's his turn.
At the beginning of Emaírel's turn, Evelyn will trigger her other implanted trick on him, giving him a false flanker. Giving him flanking against the Viltakus.
Okay. He's going to guess just attack it. Factor in the +2. Yeah.
Uh, 25 hits. 17, but that's just your regular Elven Branch Spear?
Yeah. No
Okay, so
magic.
it's only half damage to the incorporeal creature. Evelyn, your turn.
Oh no, you blew that flanking bonus with the 1? God. Okay. All right. Oh, do I stay close by so that I can keep forcing the save on it at the -2? No. Evelyn is going to dash. She's gonna dash this way. I mean, she's not gonna. She's gonna. She's using her action to move as well. Her action for a move action.
Okay.
And just do that.
All right. Doctor has to stabilize.
Well, remember the time when you said that my organism has adapted to electricity, and I was revived from the dead?
Yeah. And you remember how they told you that you shouldn't try that again? Because it might actually overcharge your cells. I guess that's what happened. It just blew away your level of Master Chemist. Gone. No, not really. But like I said, it wasn't like it would give you immunity.
So that's shit. What in Pathfinder that's Constitution check?
Yes.
Yeah.
With a penalty, right? Because he's no.
Yeah. So he would have to hit 16. So you lose a hit point. Continue to be dying. Estovion takes a couple of measured steps over here, and then shoots 2 scorching rays at Gaia, thinking that he would be an easy target, not knowing that Gaia actually has more hit points than most of you.
Well, now he does.
If not all, actually. So let's check his ranged touch.
Does the doctor have no bonus to Constitution now?
Okay, ranged touch hits. So the first ranged touch hits, I should say. The second ray gets another roll, but both of those hit. So Gaia takes 8d6 points of fire damage. That's 22 points. But that's not enough to take the Geier down. The Vilkatsis has to save. Do a will save.
Technically, does the magic circle interact with oppressive boredom at all? It has a thing about creatures in the area who later enter the area receive only one attempt to suppress the effects that are controlling them.
No, but it's from
but
evil.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I imagine it would only apply to Emaírel's allies, or at least.
No, it is about. Um. This is tricky. I guess no. Yeah, no.
I
It
don't
won't
know
apply.
if that's like stuff about controlling undead or yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
how you would rule that, but
No. Let's just roll with it for now. So he gets a will save against the boredom anyway. Let's see how that
he
goes.
does.
He fails.
Yes, yes. Oh my
So,
god, yes.
so he's so bored he does nothing. Is that right?
Takes no action.
No action whatsoever. Just sighs. And Estovian continues to stab once, stab twice, hits once with the silver dagger. So that's 9, 4 plus again, half again, so that's 6 points of damage. Geier has his incorporeal whip and just says, Emaírel, take care of this piece of shit. And then moves over here and cracks his whip at the Volcatzis. Let me check his modifier. Where's
He is staggered right now to it. I don't know if staggered doesn't affect. It's just
I think it's just you lose the one.
Come on,
perception.
Geier. Just terrible rolls. Okay, so he cracks his whip, but he misses. Emerald's still fatigued, but your turn.
So Geier wants me to deal with Estovian.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay. Well, that. I can do that, but Geier would have to
Yeah.
be mindful to move closer next turn. And let's see what sort of damage we deal here. I imagine this part, the part where Emaírel is standing, is higher than.
Yep. Slightly, but yes.
those look
Just
good. Those look good.
24 and 18. Both. No, actually, only the
just the
first
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yep, only the first one. And that's 17 points of damage that go right through and, of course, hit the frail old man. Evelyn.
Oh my god, I'm so torn.
Actually, I think Emaírel is going to burn one of his Harrow cards to get an extra standard action here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Whoa.
I should have done it the other way. So he's not gonna do it. He'll do it next turn.
Okay. Then it's Evelyn.
Evelyn. Let's see. Well, does Geier's Ghost Whip, is that like a melee weapon? He's making melee weapon attacks with that, right?
Yeah, but at a 15-foot reach, yeah.
Okay. Oh god. Evelyn will ready an action. She'll move another 30 feet away, which will technically take her off of the map. And then an additional 10 feet from there. And then she'll spin back around and she will ready an action in case to cast a spell in case this thing makes its way to her. This is one of the rare instances where I'm okay with like I'm just gonna lose the spell if I don't get to cast it this round.
Okay.
Because I really need to stop this thing.
Doctor, save.
Okay.
Or constitutional.
I picked a bad time to shift my mutagen into strength.
Mm-hmm. You have to hit a 17.
I did
That's
not.
not a 17. You're
Come
going down to
on.
-8. So, yeah. So you're also 2 points away from dying, right?
Wait.
Jesus.
No, you accidentally put in -8.
Yes.
So it subtracted 8. So now you're at -15. You should just be at...
Wait, no.
Yeah, and unfortunately there's no way to do that except to click the
Yeah.
token. Okay, Estovian. takes a 5-foot step is not really enough at this point. This is too tight. Well, he has something, but I don't know if that provokes 2. Yeah, do not provoke. Okay. So he just casts a quick spell, more like a spell-like, and goes foomp, foomp, shows up over here. That's a standard action. And then it's the Vikatz's turn, who is going to roll his will save to check if he's still super bored. 20.
That just hits it.
So currently it's only a -2 to its will save, right? From
It's not getting any negative to its.
not
will
any.
save. I'm
Okay,
not-
well
I'm
then
not staring at
then it is
Yeah,
even.
that just
22.
hits it. It hits it.
Okay, so what's it gonna do? But it is still infatuated.
It's still infatuated. Yeah.
Okay, then it's just gonna breeze past Geier. 1 move action.
Attacks of opportunity.
Geier has a whip.
And Kreutzer too.
And Kreutzer has a thing too. Okay, Geier hits. Kreutzer hits. Geier does. Oh god, what damage does a whip actually do? Geier does a little bit of damage here. And I think a whip is also a d4, right?
A whip.
D3 even.
Yeah, whip is small. I know that.
D3, but at least it goes through the incorporeal stuff because it is a ghost touch whip. Okay, that was the Velkatzis. Then it is Delgros's turn. He goes
Well,
one.
hold on. So
Oops.
when the Velcoxis gets within 30 feet of or 40 feet of Evelyn, she's gonna cast her readied spell. Which will be another hideous laughter.
All right, another will save.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, it passes. Okay, so it makes it all the way up to her.
All right, then it is turn 1. Wait, does he have what speed? Oh, he actually has 40 foot. So he makes it all the way up to the Velkatzis, but can't attack. Geier is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think he can't go any further than that. Yes, he can. 10 up. Well, up here. That's enough for him because he has enough reach. Emaírel.
Boy. So Arronax is on the brink of death, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to assume that he still has in hand the Curing Wand.
What's that? Sorry.
I'm going to assume that he still has in hand the Curing Wand after using it to top up the doctor last time.
Oh, what? I mean, he was throwing bombs and stuff, right?
No, that Emaírel still has the Curing Wand because he's the one that activated it.
Oh, you in your possession, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Because we can't let the doctor much longer, so going to step and I guess move action to pull it out and standard action to activate.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, he's stable for sure. And
He heals
3.
basically nothing.
Okay.
Well, at least I'm not dying.
Uh,
That should be it, right? Oh no, you wanted to do your extra.
I wanted to do that, but would it be useful now?
Well, you might be able to get the doctor into positive hit points.
Well, that's not going to be particularly uh, effective, really, because even if I get maximum, that will be about what 3 hit points, and if so, I will have to charge him with my. Is my mutagen even sustained while I'm unconscious? I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll leave that for
Okay.
another time. Okay.
Then it is Evelyn's turn.
Kiting is hard work, especially when the thing
Yep.
moves way faster than you. Oh, how I wish for a fly spell right now.
Well, you know what they say. Fly, you fools.
Oh god.
Well, yeah.
I don't have magic items to help with it. I don't have. If I withdraw, I only get 30 feet away, which is not going to make it staggered. If I run, I risk getting hit again, which could easily bring me down. I'm gonna withdraw.
Okay.
And then basically move over here. So
Okay.
that I'm 30 feet away, a little further, and then I will use my swift action to fix my stare on him again.
Okay. Well, the doctor is stable, and Ostovian starts a summoning spell, which is going to take a round to complete. The Volcatsis is going to try to save, and makes his oppressive boredom spell a save.
Oh no, that's gone. Once he's
That's-
past
oh,
it,
okay.
it's done.
I see. Well, and then it just comes flying towards you. Can you give me the tech? What's that?
Provoking.
Provoking from Geier. Fails, and yes, that hits.
And Evelyn will, since she's staring at it, use her painful stare feature to add another 3 damage.
Nice. And it's definitely getting injured.
She's pulling out every trick in her book.
Yeah.
So hard.
Okay, man. Can you give me the text of the reckless infatuation again? Because I don't really see why it would attack you.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say anything about whether it attacks me or not. It just wants to stay within 30 feet of me, that's all.
Okay. But I guess it just wants to be with you because it's recklessly infatuated with you. And it wants to... The best way for you to be together is if you would die. So it's that incorporeal touch, 21.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I mean, yes. There's no way that my touch AC is high enough for that, but it does have to a 50-50 shot at hitting her last mesmeric mirror.
Okay, then let's do that. 1d2, 1 is bad for you. Nice.
Oh my god.
Delgros comes running towards the Volcatsis, attacks again with his silver dagger, hits, and that was the wrong.
I'll take the 15.
Still full damage, so 4, okay. Geier comes running up too, realizes that his whip doesn't do as much damage as his magic missiles, so he goes for those. 18 points of damage.
Nice.
Now we're talking. If only Geier had done that entire time. Shoo! Emaírel is fatigued for one more round, but it's your turn.
Okay, so he is going to start by using his what's it called exactly? Quickness power. It will cost him 1 point of transmutation focus, and he gets the benefits of haste.
Nice.
Now that he is hasted, he is going to move hastily,
I wish I had haste. Oh my god.
and now he is going to burn one harrow card to get an
Do
extra standard action.
Yes, come on, do this.
And for his action, he's going to shield bash Estovion.
Shield bash. Okay.
Interesting. Interesting.
Did you use that quickness power as a standard action?
Yeah, it's a standard.
That's a miss.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. He has mage armor.
Oh, wait,
and-
hold up. I didn't quickness functions as haste. So would a 21 change?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah, no, he has a magic shield up, mage armor.
Swallow.
Yeah, so that just gets caught in his magic shield. Evelyn.
Ugh. Oh no. Oh, this is awful. I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be so sad. I'm going to be so sad when this doesn't work. But Evelyn's going to turn around and face the thing as she's been running away. And as she turns around, she draws out her dagger coated in silver sheen that she's had ever since we first heard about the werewolves and we used the silver sheen.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to say, "Surprise, motherfucker!" Please, please, please.
Go on, gods of narrative die rolls.
Oh god. Let me
Do
see.
it.
It's she's gonna make an attack with this, but it's the same thing. It's a +6. Please. 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 I don't have anything that can help me.
You're flanking.
I'm flanking. It's a +2. Come on.
And you can always burn.
No! Oh. Damn it.
So
Shit.
too bad.
Oh well.
That's it, I guess.
She's going
Drawing the
to.
weapon.
She's got to do something else.
You could do a 5-foot step, but that's it.
That's not. Well, I guess that would stop it from full attacking.
Well, not really, because it.
Yeah, not really.
Oh, it can 5-foot step up. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
god. Oh, that was her action. And she has nothing fast enough to make a difference. I mean, if this thing full attacks her, she's done. Whereas if it only gets one attack against her, she might stand a chance of staying on her feet. Oh god, this is awful. She's gonna move.
A regular move.
It's just a regular move, and she doesn't have any more mirrors to shield her.
Ooh, 30 to
Yeah,
hit.
That's a hit.
So 8 points of regular damage. 5 points of cold.
She's 12 hit points.
And she goes into the negatives. Aronax
-1.
Arronax is down. Estovion didn't get hit, so he gets to finish his summoning spell.
Oh, damn.
And it's a powerful one, I can tell you that. He summons a dire wolf.
Oh.
should have healed those last few hit points. I'd still be on my feet. Ugh.
Well, it's not a very evocative token here. Sure, we have something better.
Always heal up the full.
Okay, so the wolf appears right here behind Emaírel. And then
there's something about summoned creatures.
oh, right in the evil thing, yeah. So he's just gonna appear right here, and Estovian still has his full turn, so he's going to go, foomp, foomp.
Well, that
Does not provoke.
not
It was a standard action though. All right, the Vilkatsis, having put Evelyn down,
Well,
is
now he
no
stays with
longer
her.
too interested in. What's that?
Shouldn't he still stay with her?
No, I guess I don't know. Well, he doesn't need to stay with her. He just wants to be close to her.
He just wants to be within 30 feet. That's all.
And I think he wants to possess somebody, and especially being injured like that. So he's going to try to possess Geier, which he hasn't possessed yet, right?
The carnival. What is the carnival?
And Geier has a whooping +5 will save.
And now he will roll 20.
Second, what does this drawback mean? Wait, where are drawbacks? I'm sorry, but I have to figure something out here. Bum, bum. Okay, I see. All right, that's that. He gets a +5.
Wow.
All right, he's getting possessed by the Vakatsis, and it is Dalgros's turn. Sees Evelyn go down, sees the Vakatsis slip into Geier. There's only one thing for him to do, which is full attack Geier with his silver dagger, critically hitting him potentially, but I'm sure, yes, confirmed. So that is 2d4 plus 10, actually. So that is 12 plus 2. That's 14 points. So he almost kills Geier, but at least he manages to not only drive the Volkatsis out of Geier, but also destroy the Volkatsis. So you see the spiritual wolf thing rise up out of Geier and sort of with a howling pained howl sort of evaporate into the into thin strains of ectoplasmic something that waft towards the temple and sort of float right past Emaírel and through the wall here. But at least he's gone. That was Stelgros' turn. Then it's Geier's turn, who is still up. He has... Does he have anything... Anything that is... No, he has nothing that's even remotely helpful with healing. He has +0 in heal. He's just gonna let you do your thing. And instead, he's going to run over here and cast a spell on Estovian. And the spell he is going to cast will be...
Bone Shaker.
Bone Shaker. Alright, let's see. Estovian Fortitude save. You would think that an old man doesn't have a really good Fortitude save, so let's see if that is actually true.
Yeah,
Shall
I no longer believe in old people.
I no longer believe.
no longer believe in old people. Well, he fails.
Yes.
16 is less than 17. So, Estovion's skeleton starts to rattle within his flesh. He takes 3d6 points of damage plus 1d6 of damage per 2 caster levels, so that's 66 points of damage. And we get to move him a little bit, which is not that great, but 66 is pretty good.
I suspected.
In fact, it is fantastic. But that's Guy's turn. Emaírel, you're no longer fatigued.
Ooh, good. Let's remove that. Okay. Uh, so Emaírel is going to start moving on the outside to avoid the dire wolf. That was one move, and well, he's going to stab Estovion.
Okay.
What modifiers are there here? Is that +1 from haste? And that's it, I think. Yeah.
And you cure Estovion. The direwolf disappears. Everything falls silent. Before you realize that your friends might still be dying. Well, the doctor is not, but Evelyn might be.
Yeah.
Are we sure
Um,
Geier isn't?
So I guess somebody needs to destabilize Evelyn? Is that how it works?
Oh no, she's coming back to life.
It's like she's coming out of on the other end of life somehow. Anyway. Yeah, but you do have a wand for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
As long as I don't roll a natural one. Okay.
I was very brave to announce that first. Okay, so you stabilize her. Okay, it's getting kind of late and I'm getting kind of drowsy, but I really want to get in a scene. So let's just speed this up a little bit. We can do loot and stuff later and offline, possibly, and also like getting your hit points back to where they need to be and all that stuff. But I just want to fast forward a little bit and give you something, and then it's your call if you want to do it or not. So after you pick yourself up and you get yourself back together, you explore what's left of this basement floor, which is it's essentially 2 rooms, but as you'll soon find out, there is a secret adjacent chamber to one of the rooms, which apparently Estovion had been hiding in, and then he kind of didn't shut the secret door behind him, so it's easy to spot. The rooms also contain various items of interest. There's plenty of loot here, and as I said, we'll go through that some other time. But there's one thing in particular that I want to have your reaction to, which is a scroll case that contains a bunch of notes and stuff from the Desnan priests' ancient journals. Going through them, they kind of match what you've already learned from Delgros. Those are the painstaking notes that he took while he was actually torturing his own son to get the lycanthropy out of him. There's, however, also another scroll, which is ancient. It's even older than the journals. It looks like it must have been some sort of sacred belonging of the priests themselves that they have probably gotten from a long time ago. And using read magic or deciphering it some other way, you learn that it is in fact containing a communion ritual that can be performed right here on top of this tower to activate something that is also described in the priest's notes. It is called the Dusk Moth,
Uh-huh.
which apparently is a powerful relic that was handed to this cell of Desnan priests. It's only vaguely described, and it sounds like they took it apart and actually used its parts or its essence in the construction of the observatory on top of this tower.
Interesting.
And using this communion ritual, you might be able to activate it.
Uh, but we don't.
Would you like to? And it's
Well, but
fine if you don't want to.
And we don't understand what it would do.
yeah, because if they can or sort of integrated that thing, whatever it is, into the tower, so there is no way to tell what exactly it might do. But then again, we still can fly. We still have our fly speed, so why not?
And you know that it's a Desnan relic, and you know that they were Desnan priests, and nothing in his notes, despite the fact that he tortured his own son, he did it with good intentions. So it's not like or at least you're not getting the sense that this cell got somehow corrupted or anything. They were Desnan priests.
So it
Okay.
will do
I mean,
something.
they're Desnan priests who somehow ended up with like, I don't know, associated with like this whole thing ended up associated with lycanthropy, which I
Yeah.
still don't quite get. But I mean, Evelyn's down to try it for sure.
I mean, I
She's-
don't have any moral objections on this part, so
She's absolutely curious about it, especially because she's hoping it might put the Vilcaucus to rest finally, or the Vilcaucis, or whatever it's called.
yeah, that's a good idea too.
Does Delgros have any opinion on this?
He just shrugs and says, I have other more pressing matters. The tribes are leaderless. I don't want the Shadowwood to sink into anarchy. I think our paths might split at this point. Also, I wonder where Duristan is. So I feel like
Is-
maybe I should see if he got lost in the woods
Is
somewhere.
there some way we can contact you again in the future? If we wish to find you, could we leave a message here at the tower, and would you check on it?
Yes, I will check the tower. If you wish, then we can do that.
Well, at least would you at least stay long enough to see what happens?
Well, you know that the ritual involves reconsecrating the temple, which would be like a day's worth of work.
Ah,
So that's why he feels like he can't stick around that long. He needs to
well,
take care of that.
well, if it takes days. Well, on the other hand, now we can at least once again rest in the lodge, because now there are no more evil groundkeepers to stalk our
Yeah, but
lives.
like I said, let's figure out those details later.
Okay, so yeah, I'm all for taking a few days to rest and gather my brain back inside, and maybe reconsecrate the temple to Desna too.
And Delgros also promises to stop by the lodge in the coming days too, before he takes a big tip before he takes off.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so so after getting rest somehow, somewhere, you return here, and you spend the day cleaning and restoring the temple to some extent, getting rid of the animal carcasses, and such. And then, come nightfall, you gather on top of the tower and start performing the ritual. I will need a use magic device check. One person needs to roll, others can help.
I think Emaírel beats everyone, so
Yeah. Plus, it's right up his alley. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll assist. Well, of course.
Okay, well, right. But that's actually enough. With the help of Evelyn and with the added notes from the communion ritual, it is enough to perform the ritual on top of the tower. It involves prayers and involves gestures, certain order of these things. And then at some point, you know that it worked because something activates. It's like the entire tower starts to hum with energy, like a faint melodic hum. The menhirs atop of the temple start emanating a faint radiance, and in the night, in the fog of the night, it almost is refractive in some kind. So it's this very mesmerizing, kind of dreamy atmosphere, and that atmosphere, in fact, takes you in, almost overpowers you, but in a good way. I would like you to listen to this in the background while I describe the vision to you. Because the world around you fades and is replaced by darkness. But not the frightening darkness that a child would experience, where anything might lurk, and not the infinite chasm of darkness in the dark tapestry, where horrifying things might await you, and not even the philosophical darkness of the end of all existence and the unknown, but an almost comforting endlessness. And then you feel a slight flutter, and you look down on your arm, and you see a purple butterfly land on your arm, take tiny little steps all the way onto the palm of your hand, and take off again. And then you hear a voice, and you immediately know who it is. Song of the Spheres, Desna herself. Thank you for restoring my temple. It has been a while. I have watched you in the past, in the present, and I have glimpsed your future. And all of a sudden, you see these visions pop up, replacing the darkness. You see yourselves facing a black-robed necromancer wearing a bone breastplate as he stands before a ruined tower. Nothing like the tower of this temple, but something completely different. The scenery changes, washes away, is replaced by another scene deep beneath the sea, and you're fighting this terrifying tentacled monster. Again, the scene just blows away and is replaced by another struggle. This time, you're confronting a beautiful female vampire, a spellcaster of some sort, in an underground chamber. You blink, and everything changes once again, and you find yourself battling a decaying lich, blazing with arcane power, atop a high spire beneath dark, churning clouds. And you watch all this completely relaxed in this dream state you're in, as if none of this has to happen. Or at least not that way. And then Desna speaks up again, and she says, "Our greatest enemy has been locked away for ages. There are forces that want to free him, which might be the end of Golarion itself. We love you and your planet, and we really hope that you get to spend another few millennia with it. So take this gift from us. Go forth, find your future, and save the world." And you feel yourself as if you're being gently put down on a soft floor. You can turn off the music if you've been listening to it. And you open your eyes and you look at the morning sky as the sun slowly coming up. You're feeling a slight shiver from the cold. You must have been lying here for quite some time. And you look around and you see your friends. 4 of you all by yourself up here. And there's something different in your friends as you look each other in the eyes. You see that the irises of your eyes have this sliver of a pale silvery color. And you are all mythic now.
What?
Now that is appropriate for receiving communion from a god.
That's what I thought. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
All right.
Wow.
Mythic.
I didn't know it included the. Didn't know the AP included that.
It didn't.
It didn't.
Ah.
It does now.
Well,
And
That's
because
awesome.
if we're gonna ring out Pathfinder 1, we might as well go out with a bang.
Yeah.
So I thought we should pull all the stops on this one.
all right.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
yeah.
That was great, Simon. That was a ton of fun. I'm gonna run because everything's an hour off for me here this week,
Oh.
so I gotta
Oh,
go.
of course.
But
Well, good
All
night.
right.
thank you. That was great.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Now to see what actually entails being a mythic character.
Yes, exactly. That's why I really wanted to do this week, because otherwise we would just
Yeah.
have a whole session of reading the mythic rules. Yeah, just for some expectation management, you're getting this one mythic tier now. Don't expect to get any more than that. You might, but I don't think so. So don't
It's-
plan out your entire
for it.
mythic career or anything.
Yeah, I think it will be just enough for now.
Yeah, because I haven't really used the mythic rules,
Yeah.
but they're super powerful, so I really just want to very carefully put this in.
We kind of started the Wrath of the Righteous, but we never really went more than 5 sessions or something in the first game, so we
Mhm.
didn't get to be mythic there as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is not gonna be a mythic game. You're just gonna have this one mythic tier
well,
from now on.
Hopefully that will just help us not to fucking die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to be worried about being overpowered at this point.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I